Imagine this. It's 3 a.m., you're still wide awake. Your eyes are burning, and your mind feels foggy. You can't remember what you were doing 10 minutes ago. You have a big exam coming, or maybe a critical work deadline. So you push through the night thinking, sleep can wait. But what if this one night is silently damaging your brain? What if your choice to skip sleep tonight could take weeks or even years off your mental performance? Let's find out what really happens to your brain when you don't sleep. We often treat sleep like an optional luxury, something we sacrifice to feel more productive. But here's the truth. Sleep isn't just rest. It is an essential process that your brain desperately needs to survive. When you don't sleep enough, your brain doesn't pause. It malfunctions. Communication between brain cells slows down. Emotional regulation breaks. Over time, your risk of depression, anxiety, memory loss, even Alzheimer's increases. And the worst part? You might not even notice how much your brain is struggling until it's too late. So what exactly happens to your brain when you don't sleep? First, your brain doesn't get cleaned. During deep sleep, a special system called the glymphatic system flushes out toxins that build up while you're awake, like waste from overworked neurons. Without sleep, this waste lingers. It clouds brain function and may increase your risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. Second, your brainwaves go haywire. Sleep helps regulate electrical signals across different brain regions. When you're sleep-deprived, your neurons fire slower and less accurately, especially in the prefrontal cortex, the part that handles decision-making and focus. Third, your memory formation collapses. Sleep is when the brain sorts, saves, and links memories. Without it, your memories scatter. Learning becomes harder. In short, skipping sleep isn't saving time. It's damaging your brain's operating system. Let's face it. We've all had days when we didn't sleep well. But when it becomes a habit, the symptoms pile up fast. First, your emotions become unstable. One moment you're fine. The next, you snap at your coworker for no reason. Sleep-deprived brains have a hyperactive amygdala, the emotional center, and a weakened prefrontal cortex that's supposed to regulate it. That's why you get irritated easily, or even cry over a silly commercial. Then comes the mental fog. You read a sentence 3 times and still can't process it. You forget names, misplace your keys, reread emails as if they're written in another language. Your attention span drops. Tasks feel harder. Time feels slower. You zone out mid-conversation. And physically, your reaction time gets worse. Like driving drunk. In fact, studies show being awake for 20 hours impairs you as much as being legally intoxicated. You may also experience microsleeps, brief moments where your brain shuts down for a second or two, even with your eyes open. Imagine spacing out while crossing the street or operating machinery. Over time, you might even notice changes in appetite, craving sugar, overeating, because sleep affects your hunger hormones. And it's not just your brain. Your immune system gets weaker. Your body becomes inflamed. You catch colds more easily. So next time you say, "It's just one night," remember, it's never just one night for your brain. In 1989, a nuclear reactor exploded at the Chernobyl power plant. One of the contributing factors, human error caused by sleep deprivation. The same thing happened with the Challenger space shuttle disaster and the Exxon Valdez oil spill. Sleep loss doesn't just make you feel tired, it can lead to catastrophic mistakes. But you don't need a nuclear plant to see the danger. Let's zoom in on a more relatable example. Meet Jason. He's a college student. Final exams are next week. He's been sleeping 4 hours a night, surviving on coffee and microwave noodles. One night, he's driving back from the library. It's 2 a.m. He blinks and wakes up to the sound of crashing metal. He had a micro-sleep at the wheel. The car was totaled. He walked away with just a concussion, but it could have been worse. Jason's story isn't unique. In the United States alone, over 100,000 car crashes every year are caused by drowsy driving. And most people don't even realize they're at risk. Because when you're sleep deprived, your brain is the worst judge of how impaired it is. You feel functional, but you're not. That's the twist. Lack of sleep doesn't just slow you down. It gives you the illusion that you're fine until disaster strikes. Okay, we've seen how dangerous sleep deprivation can be. But here's the good news. Your brain is incredibly good at recovery if you give it the chance. Let's start with the basics. 1. Stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This trains your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, to stabilize. 2. Respect the 90-minute cycle. Sleep happens in stages of about 90 minutes. Aim for 6, 7.5, or 9 hours, not 5 or 8. Waking up mid-cycle makes you groggy. Finishing a cycle makes you alert. 3. Avoid blue light at night. Screens trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Turn off electronics 1 hour before bed, or wear blue light-blocking glasses. 4. Build a wind-down ritual. A warm shower. Reading a book. Gentle music. This tells your brain it's time to rest. 5. Optimize your environment. Cool temperature. No noise. No light. Think of your bedroom as a sleep sanctuary. 6. Be mindful of caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. Alcohol may make you drowsy, but it disrupts deep sleep. 7. Don't force sleep. If you can't fall asleep in 20 minutes, get up, do something quiet, then try again. Lying in bed awake creates anxiety, not rest. And if you had a bad night, take a power nap. A 20-minute nap during the day can restore alertness, but avoid napping too late. Most importantly, don't treat sleep like a chore. Think of it as brain maintenance, like recharging your phone or sharpening a knife. Your brain works hard all day. It deserves rest. And you deserve to feel alive again. Sleep isn't just a break. It's a biological priority, as essential as breathing, eating, and drinking water. Without it, your brain becomes slower, more fragile, less human. But with it, you think clearly. You feel deeply. You remember more. You react faster. One of the most powerful things you can do for your mind is to give it the rest it craves. Not just when you're exhausted, but every day as a gift to your future self. The world glorifies hustle, late nights, and overworking. But science says sleep is not a weakness. It's your brain's secret weapon. So tonight, when you lay your head down, you're not being lazy, you're being smart. And when you wake up tomorrow, your brain will thank you. In the next episode of Inside Your Head, we'll explore how to boost your brain power backed by real science. From nutrition to meditation, learning to movement. Stay tuned to unlock your brain's full potential.